stacking up?
I mean, I think we have an opportunity to, make some noise. I mean, nobody's really expecting us to do anything per usual. But like I said, I think we have a really good team, and I think we have a chance of making noise this year.
What encourages you the most about this roster?
I mean, besides the fact that we have all been together for almost 2 years now, I think we're flying under the radar. Like we were a couple of seasons ago. Last year we weren't so much, but now I feel like we're back to being an underdog, and I think all of us embrace that mentality, and I think that gives us a different type of edge or chip on our shoulders when we're on the court collectively.
Mo, in the lineup right now, the 3 and the 4 are kind of a question mark. Is there a position you feel like you're most comfortable in, or something that you really want to strive for this year?
I mean, I'm a basketball player, and especially the way the NBA is now, is 3 and 4s or just forwards. It's the same thing.
Is there an aspect of your game you worked on this summer that you feel lends itself best to one of those roles?
I mean, I worked on a lot of different parts of my game. I mean, I spent a lot of time focusing on and continuing to improve my shooting, and also improving my post-up ability. And, I get a lot of mismatches just from getting switches and stuff like that. So I think those 2 things will help me at either position.
Mo, in the 2 weeks or a month, whatever you guys have been here playing at the practice facility, who has really kind of stood out to you in those games, maybe surprised you?
One person who surprised me is definitely Caleb. I mean, I didn't really see him play much in college, so I didn't really know what to expect. He's been, in my opinion, he's been great so far, just in pickup and workouts and stuff like that. So I've only been here for about a week and a half, so I'm excited to again get out to camp and play against these guys more. Yes. Overall toughness. I mean, and like everybody knows he's tough. That's kind of his MO. But guys don't talk about his shooting ability. He can really shoot the ball. I was getting frustrated all week because guys were leaving him open, and a lot of times he was on the other team. He just kept hitting 3 after 3 after 3. And that surprised me the most.
I know by now that you've kind of become accustomed that this is a business, but over this offseason, there were a lot of potential. Well, there was pursuit of some stars and the trade potential. Now that that's kind of resolved, is it easier for you to rest and focus on the season, or was that a distraction for you?
I rest easy.
Was it a distraction for you?
No. I've been traded before. I know how I go. I don't think about it. If it happens, it happens. Otherwise, I take care of what I control. That's what I put. That's how I work and what I do. And that's the only thing that matters to me.
Last year you talked coming into camp about how you'd worked on your 3-point shot, and then you backed it up during the season, shot 35%. Did you work on anything in particular this offseason that you'd like to talk about?
I think I made my approach to workouts a lot more focused and consistent, and I think that'll carry over into games, and I'll be able to be more consistent. Like I said, I continue to work on my shooting, my free throw shooting especially, my post-up ability, balling and stuff like that, different ways to create and finish in the lane. So, I spent a lot of time this summer just trying to improve little things in my game and to add more. Yes, I do. My goal. It's my business. Keep it to myself. Excuse me? No.
Mo, other than repetition, what is it that helps a player become a higher percentage free throw shooter?
I think a lot of it is just being able to focus more, and block out everything else going on. Because I've always been a good shooter, like in practice and when I'm by myself and stuff like that. But over the course of a game, a lot of things come in and out of your head. You're at the free throw line, you're listening to guys think about the next possession and stuff like that. And I think I just have to just be able to, like I said, just focus more and block out everything else when I'm on the free throw line.
Mo, you played in both conferences, East and West. how do you think the gap is between the two conferences? Because now it seems like it's the biggest as historically even.
I mean, I think as far as like stars, superstars, like the West is obviously more loaded now, but I don't think like the teams in the West are like that far ahead of the teams in the East. I think there's good teams in both conferences. Like I said, a lot of star power came to the West, but that doesn't take away the fact that there are still good teams in the East.
Other questions for Mo? Okay.
Cool.
Thanks.